my name is Ella, and today I want to talk about unification. Unification is the process of being united or made into a whole. I will introduce first about some divided countries and examples of unified countries and advantages and disadvantages of unification, and lastly quiz. Before I start my presentation, who thinks Korea should be unified?
Unified?
In most of the Korean citizens think about 65% of Korean citizens thinks we have to be unified. And now I will introduce about divided countries. Many people think Korea is the only divided countries, but there are yet some divided countries too. For example, is South Sudan and Sudan. They have been British colonies since 1890s, and then they became independent in 1956 and then divided to Arab Muslim North and African Christian South. Second example is Czech Republic and Slovakia. After World War I, the Austro-Hungarian Empire was divided, and in 1918, Czechoslovakia also became independent, and the communism installed. And after the fall of communism in Central and Eastern Europe, democracy restored, and Czechoslovakia parliament decided to divide the country. And now I'll introduce some examples of unification. For example is Vienna. In the spring of 1975, the North Vietnamese army conquered all of South Vietnam. And then following year, North and South united in Socialist Republic of Vienna. And Vietnam is the most representative examples of being united forcefully. And next example is Germany. After the Berlin Wall fell off, the Unification Treaty was ratified on October 3rd, 1919. And then two parts of divided Berlin became in one land. It is the most representative examples of the unification that countries that are united peacefully. And the way that Germany unified is that Korea is orienting to unify. And then I'll introduce the advantage and disadvantages of unification. First, we can get more resource. North Korea has about 23.9 times more resources than South Korea. And also, North Korea has resources which the semiconductor is made of, so we can develop our economy more. And second, we can solve some social problems such as lower birth rate. Although North Korea's birth rate is declining, it is better than South Korea's. So unified Korea's birth rate will be better than South Korea. And also, we can get more workforce, so it will be also lead to economic growth. And third reason is that it is more easier to expand to overseas. See this map and imagine that there isn't North Korea because we can't go to there actually. Then you can see that South Korea is isolated like an island. So when we are unified, we can go to China, Russia, and even Europe by car using highway or by train. So it will be easier to go to overseas, and other foreigners can travel to South Korea more easier. So the profits that we get from tourism will increase too. and I'll introduce you about disadvantages. First, South Korea will get some economic burden. North Korea and South Korea's economy is quite different, and South Korea is more developed. So to make the economy similar, South Korea citizens have to pay more tax. And second, we have some cultural differences. Although we are the same ethnics, we have been divided for about 70 years. So we use different languages. So it will be quite difficult to unify the cultures. This was the end of my presentation, and I will give you some quiz. First, name one divided country.
South Sudan, Czech,
Slovakia.
Yes. And name the examples of united countries.
Germany, Vietnam.
And what is the benefit of unification?
Expansion to
Solution of economy.
Thank you for listening.